We've expanded quadratics, so you kind of know what's coming next. Today we are going to factorise those quadratics. When we looked at negative numbers, we discussed sums and products. When we factorise quadratics, all we're doing is answering this question again. So we have two numbers that have a sum of 1 and a product of -6. So we know they add to 1 and we know they times to make -6. We know that they're going to be a negative and a positive, and then 2 times 3 is 6, so -2 times 3 is -6, and -2 plus 3 is 1. Let's work through these questions. To factorise a quadratic, we need to first do a bit of investigative work. We will need to find two numbers that add together to make the coefficient of the x term, which is the 7, and multiply together to make the number term, which is the 10. It can be easier to spot our elusive pair of numbers by writing out the factor pairs of 10. We can see that 2 plus 5 is 7, so we have our number pair. A quadratic will always be in a double bracket. Let's draw this out. The pair of numbers we found will complete each bracket. So we've got x plus 2 and x plus 5. It doesn't matter which way round you put the numbers. The factor pairs of 24 don't seem to give us -10 when we add them together. Remember, for every positive set of factor pairs, there will also be a negative set, because two negatives multiplied together make a positive. We can add our factor pairs to find which one gives us -10. So, not the first one, not the second, not the third, -4 and -6. So let's put this into the brackets, and we have -4 and -6. Again, it doesn't matter which way around we put them. This quadratic looks a little different. This is known as the difference between two squares. X squared and 25 are both square numbers, and the takeaway means we're finding the difference. In this special case, there's no x term. Well, there sort of is. The x term is 0x. This means that we need to find two numbers that add together to make 0 and multiply to make -25. The answer will be 5 and -5. Whenever you see a difference of two squares, start by writing out the brackets, one with an x plus and the other with an x minus. Then square root the number, so 25 square rooted is 5, and put it in both brackets. Let's end on this. In quadratics such as x squared minus 2x plus 3, how can you tell what the signs are going to be inside the brackets? Is there a rule? If you know, write it in the description below. And you can also come to onmaths.com or click the link in the description, where you get access to all our free GCSE papers and predictions, and you can even save your scores with a free account. This video is part of a larger GCSE course that you can follow along with at onmaths.com.